Real quick. Been kind of busy here lately. Uh, so, Aetna, it's an insurance company here in Oklahoma. Like I don't know, you got Sooner Care, but I guess Aetna. I have discs that are blown, bone fragments, and my spinal cord is being crushed pretty significantly to where doctors are refusing to do surgery for the fear that I could be paralyzed on the operating table. So they're sending me to a couple of more specialists, neurosurgeons, to just, consider what they say. But there's still a guarantee that I'm going to end up paralyzed anyways when this thing I guess finally just does all the damage it's going to do. A lot of the pain that I have in my back, but then also like there's the thoracic section of my spine, and then there's the lumbar section of my spine. My lumbars are all degenerative. There are, I think, 3 of 5 that are completely degenerative, and the other ones are degenerative and bulging, but they're, they still got a little moisture in them. And so, anyways, they had me on buprenorphine, which I didn't realize how much buprenorphine actually helped with the pain until they took me off of it and decided to put me on hydrocodone and morphine. I still think the buprenorphine had better effect on just my overall balance. But I'm just doing what the doctor said. Well, here's the funny thing about the insurance. The insurance doesn't want to cover buprenorphine and hydrocodone at the same time. I don't even know if you can mix the two anyways, but they also don't want to pay for the morphine. Instead, they're willing to pay for Oxycontin and I don't know, it starts with a B. It's a different pain medication, but in my mind, I'm trying to wrap my mind around what the insurance companies are, after. I'm not a big pill person. I try to eat fairly good, and I try not to overeat, and I try to stay as active as I can for someone with chronic. That's what Aetna was talking about. They were talking about you have chronic pain, which is continuous pain, and what you need, according to Aetna Better Practices, is Oxycontin, not morphine. I'm not real bright when it comes to different medications, but I think Oxycontin is stronger than morphine. And you would think that insurance companies, would want folks to just follow the doctor's orders and do what the doctors tell them to do, versus forcing the doctor's hand to write a different prescription. I'm just befuddled. I don't really understand in totality what it is. Well, they talk about Big Pharma being, drug pushers and things like that. I get it, but every time I show up, you go to the pain doctors and they want to, count your medication. You've always got more than what you're supposed to have because you only want to take it when you really feel like you've got to have it. And the kind of pain I have, that they're wanting to see if they can run a wire, I guess, in the bottom of my spine. They want to run it through my spinal cord to where it deadens some of the nerves that are giving me trouble. But I would think that if you put a what do we got? We got Nathan says hi, Trevor says hi, Scorp, yo. Yeah, he says, how are you? I'm just explaining how, Big Pharma's trying to push, heavier drugs on me and my chronic condition. It seems like if I can't feel pain, then I don't realize I'm doing anything wrong in those areas where I have something wrong. And so I would just do further damage. And what that would do is speed up what doctors say are going to happen inevitably, which is I'm going to be paralyzed because my spinal cord is currently being smashed. And they are getting ready to do some more imaging on my neck, the upper part of my spine. Yeah, it almost seems like if a person can't tell they're in pain when they're doing something that could possibly cause, you're going to be in pain all the time anyways, right? But when you do something, when you reach or bend or whatever, that quick sharp pain that lets you know, hey, you need to figure out a different way to get up. Like you would just force your body to go through it because you wouldn't feel pain any more than what you already do. And to me, it seems like that would just speed up the process of my crushed spinal cord paralyzing me. So I don't know. I guess it's just another one of my rants. I know doctors are wanting to push more needles into my spine and fill it up with some kind of medication that I've already had before, and it never really did work. It never really was, it never really was helpful. It seemed like the first 3 days everything was all right, but then it felt like after the 3 days went on, I could tell that I had been stabbed in the back with these needles. So I don't know, man. I don't know what these doctors think. I try to listen to them, take into consideration what they're saying, but I also don't leave without first trying to help them comprehend that I'm not